Those who are looking to sell their homes and make the most on their sale, Darren, you've got some tips and advice. Where can we begin when making a list? What should we do prior to selling our homes?
There is lots of stuff that you want to do when you're selling your home. You know, one of the biggest things that we recommend to people is you don't want your home inspection to fail when a buyer comes to buy your home, and we call it death by 1,000 cuts. We don't want them coming in and having this huge laundry list of things that they need to do, which ultimately might scare them away or affect your ability as a seller to negotiate the highest price. So just walking around your home and look at the things that you've been clearly walking by for months. You know, make sure that you're opening all the cupboards and the windows and checking the appliances and just looking around your home and really doing a good inventory of anything that could be easily cleaned up prior to putting it up for sale.
Are there any improvements we can make on the drywall in our homes?
What you want to do is you want to walk through your property and check for drywall cracks. Oftentimes a drywall crack is just really because of poor insulation. You know, the property is either getting warm or cold and swelling a little bit, and it's not really that big of a deal, to be honest, but it's something that really can scare a home buyer away, and it's not something that's hard to fix. It's actually relatively inexpensive to have somebody come by and repair that for you. I do recommend you don't try and do it yourself because it is an art, so hire the right people to come take a look at it.
Are there any major components that we should service before selling our homes?
It's critically important to service your furnace prior to listing a home, and one of the biggest reasons is you don't want the buyer to have the impression that you've forgotten to do it. It's such a major system in a home, and by having somebody come in and service it, it kind of gives it that seal of approval. So when a buyer comes in, it removes the fear of maybe having to replace an older or midlife furnace when it comes time to purchase the property.
In our bathrooms, there's something small that we can do but could make a big difference for the future homeowners.
Yes, you want to go through your bathrooms and really look at the grout that's in maybe your shower, your bathtub areas, because oftentimes you'll get little pinhole areas where water can actually get in behind the tiles. You also can seal the grout to help prevent this, but you want to be checking for these things, regularly sealing and checking for these pinholes, because if water gets behind the tiles, you can end up having to replace an entire bathroom wall, and oftentimes you have tiles wrapping around the entire thing, which means all the tiles need to be replaced as well.
These are all great tips. Anything else that you can recommend prior to selling our homes?
Absolutely. One thing that we love to do with our listings is we actually want to make available to the buyer the age of things like the major systems, like the roof, the furnace, the hot water tank. And what this really does is it makes that available to them ahead of time prior to them writing an offer. So there's no surprises. Nobody likes surprises, and they're not trying to come back to you and renegotiate a price later on because of the age of some of these major systems.
This is a great way to add value to our homes. Thank you so much, Darren. For Open House, I'm Yvonne Schau.